Hey everyone, and welcome to the RC Retro channel. Well, I've been nominated and tagged by my friend Glenn Barclay over at Tamiya Legends to showcase my RC collection. Now, I don't have a cool wall behind me like Gavin over at RC Kicks, who has his whole collection displayed behind him, but my RC collection is kind of spread out throughout my basement and my house. So I'm going to take you on different camera angles on a little tour. But I do think my wall behind me is pretty cool. And one day maybe I'll have a cool wall like Gavin. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. Here is my collection, starting with what is on my workbench. And right now, I'm in the process of building my new in-box Tamiya Dynablaster. And I guess it's not going to be new in-box anymore because I'm in the process of building it. So you caught me right in the middle of a build. Here is the back end of the car with the multi-disc clutch system, and it is lovely. All right, so without further ado, here is the rest of my collection. All right across from where I sit in my basement utility room is another wall where I keep some of my shelf queens. So starting from up here, this is a 100% original Tamiya Hotshot. I want to say it's in excellent condition. It does have the original shell and original stickers. This is a fully restored, back to mint condition Madcap, original shell, original stickers. This is a fully restored Tamiya Falcon that, as far as the chassis and tires and everything, it is 100% mint condition, in perfect condition, except the shell is not an original shell. It is a TBG with MCI decals. Beneath here we have a Team Associated Worlds car, a re-release, done in box art. We have a 100% mint condition Team Associated later championship edition that has some of the black nylon parts on there, done in manual box art. And then next to that we have a mid to late Edinger RC10. This is one of the originals. Interestingly enough, it has the original shell on it, but the stickers I could not find. Those are MCI, of course. Beneath here we have a 100% mint condition, all original Tamiya Nissan King Cab. The shell, the stickers are original, and it has never touched the ground or ran. It is pristine condition. Next to it is a mint condition, never ran, original Tamiya Beetle, Monster Beetle. I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit nicer outside so I could spray it up and do it in, of course, box art. Beneath that, this was my first restoration, one of my RCs I had as a kid, and kind of got me back into the hobby, and that's the Kyosho High Rider Corvette. It is 100% original as far as the chassis, in excellent condition, and the shell is a TBG with original stickers on there. And the pinstriping you see on there is all painted on. So that is one of my favorites right there. Next to it, I have a Tamiya Toyota Hilux Monster Racer. That is in great to excellent condition with a TBG shell, MCI stickers. Over here on my freezer box, which interestingly enough, I went out and purchased about 5 or 6 weeks ago when this whole pandemic struck, because everyone was making a run on the grocery stores. I went out and bought a freezer box to load up on meat, and it also has made some extra shelf space. So that has a dual purpose, right? So over here, I have a RC10 team car that I did not restore. I just took it apart and rebuilt it to get it ready for running. This was also a Cadillac RC10, which I unboxed and was my last episode I put out. And then over here is something a little special, but I'm not going to talk too much about it because there will be a video on this coming up shortly. But there is another one. So in the corner that you see behind me is where I keep some of my project cars and some of my runners. So let's start over here. I have some of my vintage toys. Yes, I'm a big kid. I loved the WWF when I was a kid. He-Man And I don't have any of my G.I. Joes out right now. But here's my Super Astute, which you've seen in a few videos. I love this thing, probably one of my favorite runners. Moving up here, I have a Hanglong Abrams tank, which I chase my kids around the house with because it shoots little rubber BBs. That sounds really cruel right now. But yeah, I shot my wife with that a couple times. Next to that is a Kyosho Turbo Optima Mid. That I have yet to start working on, but as you've seen in some of my previous videos, I have started hoarding parts to restore it. But before I restore it, I want to run it. Here is a Top Force that I recently acquired. I have yet to run it, but I'm looking forward to getting that out sometime very, very soon. My Stealth converted Tamiya Nissan King Cab. I love it. Probably one of my other favorites to run, right next to the Super Astute. A Hornet that I recently just did another shell for. I'm going to be putting a video out on this shortly. A Kyosho Ultima re-release. I love this. I was ramp jumping with this. I'm going to be putting a video out with that soon. My first RC. This one was not my first, but the Raider ARR was my first, so it is very nostalgic for me. I put a run video out with that, but I'm going to do a couple more before I fully restore it. Dynastorm over there. Not box art, but I do love the way it was painted up, so I just left it like that. A Stadium Blitzer and a TA04S chassis, the 2000 or 2002 pace car from the Daytona 500. That I put a video out not too long ago. I love it. It's pretty quick. It's stock, but I might throw a bigger motor in there. Over here, I have my broken Terra Conqueror, the front shock split, and believe it or not, the only place I can get an A4 part or a new A parts tree was from RC Mart overseas. I think they're in Japan. I ordered that about 3 weeks ago. It has yet to arrive. Everything is slowed down because of everything that's going on in the world. Right next to that is my Blackfoot without a shell on it. It is a disaster. Right now, I'm just working on getting that back up and running.
Let's also not forget Daddy's other RC cars. Yeah, I those for Mom.
All right, now we move to the other side of my basement, which is finished. And if you look over my shoulder, you'll see I'm from New York. I'm a Jets fan. That is an original Mitchell & Ness Joe Namath signed jersey. I don't buy stuff off of eBay. I actually go and meet the athletes, and that is one of my other hobbies as well. So Joe Namath actually signed that for me. All right, now that I dig out the rest of my collection, let's start off with the new in box. Here is an original new in box Terra Conqueror. Here is a original Dynastorm, which is actually still in the shrink wrap. This is not the re-release one. Over here, this is an original Tamiya Wild one, new in box. And again, another Raider ARR, which was my first RC car, new in box. This is a Egress re-release. Over here, interestingly enough, this is an original mint condition Terror Scorcher. Has a little bit of an interesting story behind it, but due to time, if you wanna see that, I'll post a picture and the episode in the top corner over here, and you could check that out. But I am waiting for the re-release to come out. Apparently RC Australia already got his, but the rest of the world is patiently waiting for theirs. Over here is a project car. This is my first Tamiya Astute restoration. I could not find front tires for it, so I used 12 millimeter hex adapters and put Egress front tires on there. It looks pretty cool, right? This is a new in box, mint condition built Tamiya Astute. As you can see, I love the Astute. This is original tires. It is mint condition, original shell, original stickers, which are not taking too kindly to the body and are peeling up at various points, but hey, it is 100% mint condition original. This is a big wig restoration that I did. I was able to find an original spare body kit. The shell is original. The stickers on here are original. Everything on here is original, but I would not say it's 100% mint condition because while it does have all the original parts on here, as I was putting it back together, the damn thing started going snap, crackle, and pop. So there are a lot of parts on here with stress fractures throughout the car. So I can't say it's mint, but I can say it's in excellent condition. A Vanquish right here, which is also restored. When I got this, I ran it a couple times, got some footage of it in action, and then I decided to restore it. TBG shell, MCI stickers on here, and then we have over here the 40th anniversary edition of the Porsche Jägermeister that was put out by Tamiya. I built that not too long ago, got some cool footage of that running too. So altogether, like I said earlier in my video, I have about 40 to 45 RC cars. I'm not sure if I got them all in, but I do have some modern day RC cars like a Traxxas e-Revo 2.0 and a TRX6 crawler. But for the sake of time, we're just going to keep it to this right now, all right? So with that, thank you so much, and I'm going to cut back to behind my work desk now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video on my collection, and now it's time for me to nominate some people that I like to follow and have great interest in, and that is Nordic RC Visions. Puts out some really cool RC videos. Not much of a talker, but has a lot of cool content, and I would love to see your collection and a tour of your work area. Ampro Engineering, another great RC car channel, does a lot of custom stuff with 3D printed parts. I know he has a My Car series where he goes into great depth and detail on individual cars, but just a quick overview of your whole collection, that'd be really, really cool, so I nominate you. DJ RC, small channel, does more modern day bashing stuff, but I love his videos. So I nominate you to show us some of your modern day collection, and if you have any vintage stuff, that'd be great. And those are the three I nominate right now. So thank you for checking out my video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I could totally use your support. Thank you all, be well, and I'll check you all in my next video.